I'm guessing since you say the 4-track being stolen was like the worst thing, so you never had any guns pulled on the band, anything like that?
Not on the band as a whole, but our manager got a gun. Our manager who was touring with us got a gun pulled on him, and it was not unusual, I guess, at this place called the Electric Banana in Pittsburgh, which happened to be our first stop on our 1985 tour, when he asked for the money that we were promised. It was like, you want the money? You're promised. Here you are. There were guns. Our money got held up by gangsters with guns in Oklahoma City. I remember that happening. They took our money box. I don't know if it wasn't our money box, it was the club's money box, and that was the club's excuse for, oh, we don't have any money to pay you, but that sucked. We still played the show. Yeah. And that happened before the show. We still played the show. That sticks in my memory. And that stuff would have been written in a tour diary that got stolen in Kansas City. But I still remember it. So all the stuff that I remember from the time that I don't have the actual diaries for, because they got stolen.
So that Electric Banana place, was that run by someone called Johnny Banana?
I don't know. Why do you ask? Is that a famous person?
I think the same thing happened to NOFX in the 80s.
This was taken outside the Electric Banana, which is a club in Pittsburgh. That club owner is known for pulling a gun on bands.
No shit.
Johnny Banana.
Pulled a gun on the bands?
Yeah. If he didn't like what he paid you,
no way.
He said something.
It's like a story that it's something that they did on a regular basis, I guess. And I don't think that place exists anymore, but we would never go back there. Yeah. I wasn't there, but guns got pulled on Rodney and our manager, Dave Reckner. We were offered like a place in Louisiana. We played in New Orleans, and then we didn't have a show in Baton Rouge, but Baton Rouge isn't far from New Orleans, and we got offered a place to stay in Baton Rouge from a pen pal, a friend of ours, in an air-conditioned house. And Dave and I took him up on it to sleep in a nice bed, a private bedroom, because this guy said his parents weren't home, and we had the whole house to ourselves. But the others, so I guess it was Dave and Rodney and our manager, said, no, we want to go to this party we're being invited to in New Orleans, and we'll just play it by ear, which we did a lot. We're young and do whatever. They were staying at a house or apartment where these girls invited them to stay, the boyfriend came home and pointed guns at them and thought they were like getting with their woman. Told them to get out. At least that's what I remember of this. It didn't happen to me. No, that's not my story.
Well, I was wondering what the reason was for the If I Had a Gun single. I guess this is an EP, but I think it was meant as a single.
That was inspired because where I lived in Philadelphia at the time, I'd hear things that you could say, oh, is that a firecracker or is that a gunshot? There were probably gunshots. So they were happening at night. It made you think like it wasn't safe to go out at night. And in fact, a lot of the houses, apartments that you'd rent in that area had bars on the windows. So it's like you're paying to live in, protected by bars, because that way people can't break in.
Well, so was this the label's idea to put out the EP?
Probably.
Even though the album didn't do well, they just thought, let's get an EP out.
Yeah, because I think the sales of Soul Rotation weren't up to expectations of Hollywood Records, and they were trying to bump it somehow. They put out I think even before that, they put out the Conspiracy song as a promotional CD to get radio stations to play it, and that didn't take. They did a video, but not a single, for
Secret
of Life. and that didn't take. It got played on 120 Minutes once, maybe, and that was it. I don't know. On MTV, that is. So they were like at a law. What can we do? They wanted they wanted bonus tracks so they can maybe get sales from the people that already bought it, boost it that way. And I don't know. If I Had a Gun came out.
Yeah.
I don't know whose idea it was, but it was either our managers and Hollywood's idea or a combination.
Yeah. So,
but I don't know why.
So
that's Rodney's nephew on the cover of the.
Oh, really?
That's his nephew Jeff.
Where's Jeff now?